Hello, 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 and welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I'm a master manifester, and I'm sure you are too because you're watching content like this, right? The name of this channel is Manifest the Magic the Practical Way. If it's your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos, to the channel. And what I'm discussing today is how you know that you are about to experience a quantum leap. Now, we all know maybe you were not a kid of the 90s and you don't remember that show, Quantum Leap, but I remember it meant that whenever something was happening or whatever was going on in the show, the main character, I might be wrong about this. I thought his name was Scott. I could be wrong, but he would be transferred into um, far, far in the future, far, far in the past. But we're talking about a quantum leap into the future, right? So, a quantum leap means that all of the pieces of the puzzle are there, and you're just waiting for the universe to deliver on something maybe really specific, or maybe it's something that you really haven't defined yet, right? So, because it may not be quite defined for you, I have 5 ways that you know that you are about to experience a quantum leap. Number one is you are very comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? So there's always a level of discomfort sometimes when we're going for a certain dream or trying to accomplish something, trying to do something important in our lives or whatever we think that thing is. But the discomfort really just bothers us to like a high degree. We're just like, I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't like not having this thing together. I don't like thinking about this. But now, when you know that you're about to experience a quantum leap, is when you're not even uncomfortable with the discomfort. You're like, it's fine. I'm uncomfortable, but bring it on. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you're perfectly okay with the discomfort that you feel in trying the new thing, being in the new crowd, being a part of a new environment. You are perfectly comfortable with the level of discomfort you have. That's number one, right? That's some real inside work that has happened. Number two is you're not worried about what could go wrong in your life, right? Because this is a big one. A lot of times when we're not believing for and we're not ready to create the magic in our lives, we are really worried about every single aspect of our lives and whether the universe is going to take care of us, whether the right people will show up at the right time, and your finances, whether they'll be okay. And so you find yourself, you're like, I'm not worried about my money. I'm not worried about relationships. I'm not worried about my creativity. I'm not worried about my projects because you know that everything is right on time. You're not worried about whether things are going to work out or not. You just know that I'm good. I'm good, right? So this is going a little bit deeper than being comfortable with discomfort. You've gotten to the point where this worry just doesn't suit you anymore. You're just like, I can't do worry. It's useless because I've seen in my life too many times positive outcomes and examples of things working out for me better than I could even ask for. So I'm just not going to even spend my time in that area, right? And number three is people that you don't even know are helping you to do things that you need to get done. Now, this is a prime example. I use this. I was going to the post office yesterday to get my oldest daughter her passport. And I was just going to check out and see because I know I didn't have an appointment. I was going to see what the process, how long it was going to take because I have a passport, but I really forgot what I did when I got it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to fill out the application and what I need for a kid. I had everything, right? And so she was just really cranky about not wearing a mask and like nobody's wearing a mask. I know I live in Texas. I don't know about anybody else, but they're not wearing any mask in many places unless they're choosing to, which is perfectly fine with me. But she was just like, go get a mask. And normally I'd be like, lady, but I was like, okay. So I went outside to go look for one. One of the employees that worked there, another lady, she was like, she can't do that. We don't have a mandate anymore or anything. And I was like, it's fine. She's doing me a favor. And if I'm going to get the information from her, I'm just going to go find a mask. Well, I didn't have one. So this lady went to the back and she came back 5 minutes later because I was just waiting. And she was just like, here's a mask for me and my daughter. And I was just like, oh, she watched me dig through my car and she was like, I'll help you out. And so I went back in, and the lady who was still being very grumpy was just like, "Well, if I have a 9 o'clock appointment, then no, you can't. I don't like to tell people to stand and wait because the appointments are full." But I was like, I'm one of those people that make appointments online, and I don't show up to them sometimes because it's things that I've forgotten about or whatever. Sure enough, nobody was there at 9 o'clock. So she begrudgingly did the work, but it was so funny because. Um, Everything got taken care of perfectly. I had all the paperwork with me I needed. I wasn't even really prepared. And my daughter took the picture and we did the application. Everything was fine. And we were leaving. The lady was like, "God bless you." She was like, I'm gonna keep you in my prayers and have a good day. And she was like, the other lady, not the one that was not the one that did the passport. But I was just like, wow, I didn't even know this lady and what she wanted or did, but she was extremely helpful. And I think you start seeing more instances of that, like people that have nothing, they can't get anything out of helping you. There's nothing you promised them. There's no relationship, but they feel a strong desire to help you get something done. That's to me a really positive sign that you're about to experience a quantum leap. Number 4, you get really clear on what you have to offer and in who you are, right? So you know how sometimes we can have what they call imposter syndrome, where we're afraid to be in certain environments or around certain people or um, doing certain things because we feel like, well, maybe we don't fit in with the crowd that does it, or maybe we're not good enough to be in this class of this. I used to always feel like that with writing. Like when you're on writers, a lot of people like to do these mental gymnastics when you're in groups about what literature is and what fiction is and what not, and who can write it and who's the best and where should we get our inspirations from. I've taken so many classes and courses with people, and it was always this imposter syndrome that like 99% of the people had. And I'm just like, well, dude, if we all feel like we don't fit, then maybe we all have the wrong idea because we're all in this room right now. So you get really clear on who you are and what you have to offer. You don't experience the imposter syndrome because you know that you've worked long enough and hard enough in your life in any specific direction or something that you're creating or what you believe you understand about the world and what you feel you have to bring to the table, that you don't have time to feel like I need to play it small, right? You're overplaying it small. The playing it small energy is leaving you because you don't have the benefit of another 100 years on this earth. You realize, hey, my time on this earth is limited. It can be limited. And I'm about to go all in right now. I'm about to see what I can do with this life and enjoy what I'm creating. And I'm not going to feel intimidated by environments. It's just not acceptable anymore. You get really clear on your skill set. And if it's something you need to learn, you don't have a problem with going and learn it, right? And then you really get clear on what you have to offer. And that's that unique version of who you are. It's like people know when they're getting a unique version of a person, when they're getting a culmination of somebody's lifetime experiences, their mindset, their skill set. And you have to know that that part of you is valuable, right? Even if people tell you it's interchangeable, yeah, but your uniqueness is valuable. That's how I know. That's how you know you're about to experience a quantum leap, because the lack of clarity and confusion, all that stuff is just dissipating. It's dissipating, right? And then number 5, I know you start feeling overwhelmingly grateful, maybe for good reason. I think it's always for good reason for all of us, but maybe for good reason, but maybe for like not good, you don't have a real strong reason for the gratitude. You're maybe not experiencing anything that's so outside of the ordinary right now, but you have a strong desire to feel grateful, to feel gratitude, because you know that at any given time, anything can change, anything can grow, anything can develop, but you're not so caught up on what you don't have and what's not accomplished now. You feel extremely grateful for where you've come from and where you're going. And especially you feel grateful for all of the people and things around you that you've accumulated, that you've created in your life. And you don't feel like you are insecure about any of it because you know you're doing okay. You're doing great. You're comfortable. You're fine. You're good, right? You're comfortable with your discomfort, right? So keep that in mind, how you know you're about to experience a quantum leap. And when I say quantum, that means an idea, a project, or a connection that you didn't even know you had sometimes, that's about to take you to another level, a level that you've been watching from afar and possibly thinking that you didn't have what it takes to accomplish it. But you'll see really quickly that you've had more than what it takes to accomplish it. And that quantum leap is on its way, right? And, so just feel good about that, feel good about where you are, feel good about where you're going, and just know that um, the universe got you, right? God's got you. You have everything in place. You're watching the right material. You have the right people around you. You're having the right attitude. You're seeing the positive reactions when you go out into the world. You're working on things that you believe for yourself that you previously didn't believe for yourself, that you kind of saw as something in a distant, but you're just like, dude, I'm here. I'm going to take care of this, and I'm going to set myself up for this magic to flow in my life, right? Anyway, I hope that is a good positive word to start off this Wednesday morning. And I hope you enjoy your day, and just know that that quantum leap is right on the precipice of opening your life, right? You're right on the precipice of it. And quantum leaps come through people, they come through environments, they come through the universe sends people. That's how that happens, right? And you have to keep that in mind, that when these things are showing up and when they're being created in your life, you may not you may not get the benefit of seeing the background work, right? Because I've always noticed that you never know who's noticing you. You never know who's paying attention to what you're doing, who you are, where you're at. You never know. You can be in a grocery store and you say something out loud and somebody hears it. You never ever know. So that's why I feel like the saying comes from that saying that said, um, how you do anything is how you do everything. And it's so true, because if you go in one space and you're treating everybody a certain way because you think they have something to offer you, and you go in another space and you're treating people a certain way because you feel like you're above them and they don't have anything to offer you, you don't know who's in that crowd, and you don't know who can be looking, and you may be writing yourself off just because you're not being the same quality person everywhere you go, right? Anyway, I hope y'all having a great morning and enjoy your day. And you're about to get that quantum leap. Don't worry about that. That quantum leap is on its way. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.